It was a murder. That's what it was. It was a murder. He was defenseless.
They're not charging because they don't know who hit the final blow. It's disgraceful.
His lifeless body was found on the ground in an Ontario jail more than 3.5 years ago. Now, CBC News has learned an investigation by police has ended without charges. Soleiman Faqiri died after an altercation with several jail guards for nearly 4 hours. 4 years, his family has been demanding answers about how their mentally ill son died in custody. They sat down with Farah Morelli for this exclusive interview.
Below the right lapel of Yusuf Faqiri's shirt, a small reminder of his older brother.
When I speak about Soleiman, I feel like an extra motivation.
Soleiman Faqiri was 30 when he died. He was being held in segregation in this jail block. Faqiri was being treated for schizophrenia. In December 2016, he was arrested and charged with aggravated assault after a dispute with a neighbor. 11 days later, he was found dead on the floor of his cell after an altercation with several jail guards.
They beat him to death.
An investigation by the Fifth Estate shed light on Faqiri's final moments, including an eyewitness account from a former inmate. The coroner's report into Faqiri's death found 50 signs of blunt impact trauma, but it ruled the cause of death unascertained.
All these 50 bruises is telling us no result.
He was ultimately defensive. His hands, his feet were tied. There was no help.
After all this time and now 2 police investigations, the family had hoped for justice in the form of criminal charges. Last week they learned they wouldn't get that.
They're not charging because they don't know who hit the final blow. It's disgraceful.
That broke everybody in my family.
The OPP confirmed to CBC News none of the 6 or more guards who restrained Faqiri will be charged.
They say they can't identify who put the knee on the neck and who put the spit hood on the face, so they can't charge anyone. So the message the OPP is sending the world here is that if you're going to murder someone, do it in a group.
This veteran criminal defense lawyer says charges are routinely laid in group assaults.
They all wind up being parties to the offense, aiding and encouraging the offense, and subject, therefore, to exactly the same penalty, each one, even if they never struck the blow. This is pretty elementary.
In a statement to CBC News, the OPP said various possible explanations exist for the existence of the injuries observed at post-mortem examination. Following a thorough review of the investigations into this matter, charges will not be laid.
I will never, ever again be able to hear his voice, ever be able to give me a hug.
The family's next hope for accountability, a coroner's inquest into Soleiman's death. But no matter what the findings, police aren't obligated to pursue another investigation or charges. Farah Morelli, CBC News, Toronto.